when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set, hut, Mike 40, Mike 40. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Miller with a first down and more.
Run.
And say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Braxton Miller is not, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Down to lose one. Hey! 12. Check 24, watch 24. Under 10, 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, check Mike 11, check. White. So we got man. Check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Go, Mike 40, check Mike 40. All day, baby, all day.
Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Miller now operating from the gun. This one complete to Christian Kirk. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
21.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That's right. We can't be stopped.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check your hot read. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. He's coming. Double up, double up. 22, jet, Bubba. 22.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Okay, baby, I see you.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Check, check.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Rip right, rip right.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Watch the ball, watch the ball.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Baltimore, 1st down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up. Check 26. Let's go. Go. Zip motion.
Now Miller throwing on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to...
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 11,
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
SOS.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
1, Omaha. Greystone, travel. Check 13.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the screen.
11. Under 13. I got you.
From the 36, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Check back. Come in. It's our field. 1, Omaha.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Hey, let's go. Interception.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Alert flare.
He's coming. We got double up.
Check. Delta. Check.
Sponge.
Here's Miller on 1st and 10. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Alert 3. Slam. Jam. Yo. I got him.
Back to throw. Miller. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey. Shit. Joker. Slam.
On 1st and 10, Miller. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're... And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go.
A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards.
13.
Rush in. Kill.
Kamara try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Exit.
Check Mike 11. 13.
He's checking.
21. Clock. Hey, gun.
Safe.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Hey,
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
12.
Bang.
I got this. 21. Here we go. Hey, do. 11. Check Mike 11.
3 buzz.
Hey, check Mike 11. No check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We got to seal this game.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
He runs. Strong right. Strong right. Even. 22, jet, bomber. Even. 22, check, jet, bomber. Check hot route. Hot. Check the backer. Show an 8. 6. 40's the mic. Squeeze. Blue draw, Coco. Watch the run. Smoke. Switch.
Miller throwing on third and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. Check.
On second down, Montgomery. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Run.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check Mike 11.
Watch the curl.
Hey, gun. Check Mike 11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And able to find Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season.
Here we go.
And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, check Mike 11. Hey, Mike 7.
Field.
Hey, check Mike 11. I got you.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Go, run!
And an alley to run. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I got it. 21. Here we go.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete.
Your trip is here,
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Crash. Go. Run.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
All day, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
No. Off.
Miller now from the gun on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Second and 13. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
21.
Now Garoppolo. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check Mike 11. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try. Garoppolo looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Braxton Miller, 77 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
Here we go,
so barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the field.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Hey, Alpha.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Watch the run. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing.
He may try and run for this.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore,
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails.